Where do you think you'd be without Patriot Paws and Kira?
Probably not alive.
So Lori, what prompted you to start Patriot Paws?
They asked me to. I had worked for a service dog organization down in Austin, volunteered, worked for them. And my son had just gone to the military. He had just left, and some veterans at the Dallas VA were trying to train their own dogs, and they asked for some help. And I never intended to start a nonprofit. I just knew that I could train a dog to help you, and then I started with 4 volunteers, and here we are today. Now I have 27 staff members and probably about 600 volunteers.
I'm a retired U.S. Army combat medic, 2 tours in Iraq. I was wounded on my 2nd tour by an IED. I think it was the 7th direct hit I took. And I have a pretty severe heart condition from it where I go into an arrhythmia. I have a defibrillator here, and that can shock me back into rhythm. But before that ever happens, Kira can alert on the arrhythmia before I was ever to get shocked, and it's even possible not to get shocked if she calms me down.
How did she learn that?
You know, so this isn't necessarily something they learn. That's a really common question. It's all about the bond. And I feel that's what sets Patriot Paws apart from the rest of the other canine training facilities, is that here at Patriot Paws, the dog chooses you. So, you know, when I first came here, we were working with 10 different dogs, and they're paying attention to what dogs are bonding to you, how they're responding to you, how they work around you. And Kira, I would say from day 3, I kind of knew she was the one.
So the very, very first thing we'll teach a dog is when you hear their name, you're going to make eye contact. We have 7 different training levels, from doing the laundry, getting help in an emergency, picking up the phones, you know. So we'll start out with your basics, and then we slowly build up as they go.
Do all the dogs have the same kind of, like the same work tasks, or do you train them like uniquely for each veteran's needs?
They all know the basic 65 cues. And then when Aaron comes, he's here in a wheelchair, then what is his special need? Aaron couldn't do his laundry because he couldn't get the clothes basket from one room to the other. When he came, we knew what some of his particular tasks were. So all the dogs that were up for graduation were trained those particular extra tasks.
I really did this so I could live for others, like my kids need me. I'm an only parent. And I raised my kids by myself, but then after I got her, I realized the effect that we started having. It ended up, I'm doing stuff for me now that I should have been doing a long time ago, that I never realized that she was beneficial for.
Where do you think you'd be without Patriot Paws and Kira?
Probably not alive.
We're a smaller organization, but we want to be the best in what we do. Small enough to be family, large enough that we're making a difference.